it's a controversial subject, and it's very difficult for people that are dealing with this intimately, with family and friends, loved ones that live there in the Middle East. However, I can honestly say I have family in the Middle East as well, and what's relevant is whether or not my family is Palestinian or Israeli is irrelevant. What's relevant is that in order to have Occupy take a stance on the injustice, but also to help the issue evolve to peace, it's important to add, not necessarily take away, but to add to the statement suggestions of helping there to be more peaceful international relations. If there's a demand for the country to help to make progress regarding that. And that, because in the history of war in the world, you can always say that it really comes down to a few people that mess it up for everybody. Not everybody in each country necessarily feels that way. And in order to keep that in mind, that though there may be people that are unwell, that are making bad decisions on behalf of an entire country, it does not necessarily mean the entire country feels that way. So just to articulate, it might be something as simple as, and we demand international relations progress of peace, or something of that nature. And I highly suggest that we consider that.
Thank you so much. So is Donna still here, or did she walk away? So we were going to kind of review the Occupy communications, like hand signals and that sort of thing. Can you maybe go over the hand signals of Occupy?
I don't know really anybody here or
Okay.
Okay. Tricia, you know them?
I know some.
This
I know
means you're
them.
happy with what's being said.
Okay.
Twinkle's happy with what's being said. You're all happy with what I'm saying because I'm explaining this to you. And we don't have to make the noise. It's kind of like, so then if you don't like what I'm saying, you can also make a face, but don't not too bad. Then you have, what are the other ones?
Try not to make that face.
Don't make the face. Just do the fingers. Don't make the face. Yeah, down. This. Okay, come on here and help me, brother. Would that be okay? That's going to be okay. Come on up here. Help me with the point of process. That's medium. That means I don't know about that. I'm so-so. And then there's point of process.
No, open fingers like this.
Open fingers.
Yes, it's
and
based
that means
if you do this, this language is based on the fourth most language used in America, which is American Sign Language. If you do this, this is the American Sign Language for vagina.
Yes.
So
this
you do this.
Means,
okay.
Well, anyway, not an Occupy, they do this. So go stick some cotton in it, okay? Because I'm talking.
Okay, so brother, Tricia has the mic, so let's let her speak, okay?
Okay, so then what are the other ones? I gotta, I want a point of information. That means I got something that you guys should know before we go forward. That means I speak up. I can't hear you. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. Speed it up. We're getting tired of listening to you. Okay, you're going on too long. And
question.
Okay, here are some feelings. Like I want to talk. I got a direct response. That's it. I want to clarify.
That's right. Remember that one.
And then I block.
Right.
Just like on the game shows. Alright? So, you got the hand signals back here. You can practice them with your dog.
Okay, and then we have our stack taker. Your name, stack taker? Or your Occupy name?
I'm Samantha.
Samantha. Okay, so Samantha will be taking stack today. So.
Thank you, Samantha.
Yay!
When I make eye contact with you, if you could tell me what your name is so I don't have to write like dude in back or chicken red. Like, you know what I mean?
They'll come up to you and whisper their name to you.
That would be cool. I'd introduce myself and all that stuff. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hi.
we also use this for question.
Right.
So this could be clarification needed. I'm not sure if it's
Question.
needed or given, you know, needed and given. I'm not sure if it's both, but I think it could be. And also question. I have a question, for example.
So anyone who wants to get on stack, please let
Jen, I go see your hand and make eye contact.
Let Samantha know.
Okay.
Jennefer. And Portia.
It's like a cube.
Stack is a cue.
It's the order in which people get to speak. Like first come, first speak.
It's a list. And so one speaker, if you're on stack,
Okay.
you go first, and then whoever's second on stack, it's just a process of going through and letting people speak in order that is organized.
Are we
Okay.
going on stack for the peace issue or for announcements? That's what they were asking.
We're not doing announcements yet. We haven't really wrapped up what was brought to the table today. So does anyone have any concerns about what was introduced in the statement? Okay. So would you like to voice your concerns?
Yes, please.
Okay. So let's put you on stack.
Daniel.
Daniel. And then anyone else have any concerns? Your name? Matt? Anyone else?
Right here.
Your name?
Lori.
Lori. Okay. Anyone else have any concerns about the statement? Okay, so
Or comments in a separate section?
we're going to do comments in a separate section. We're going to get this organized, people. Okay, so my brother in the Stop Wars t-shirt, come on up.
Daniel. Woohoo!
So, the main concern that we had before when we drafted this, and that we thought would make an important discussion here at the GA, is the choice to use the term genocide. And the reason that we found it potentially problematic is that genocide means the intent to, or the carrying out of, the destruction in whole or in part of an entire group of people. So it could be all Palestinians, it could be intent to destroy part of the Palestinians, like just destroy every Gazan, for example, or destroy every single Palestinian who lives in a particular town. But we don't feel, or at least I don't feel, that there is enough evidence to support the use of the term genocide, because I don't think that that's quite what's going on. Though I think that the use of the term genocide could possibly, unintentionally, be an affront to the victims of clear-cut genocides like Armenia, or the Holocaust, or maybe the Srebrenica massacre in the Bosnian War. So, one possible alternative we discussed was mass murder, because mass murder you can use for more things, and that's all I have to say.
Let's just move on to concerns. Okay. Okay, so do we have a direct response?
I had a direct response.
Okay, so come on up.
Okay. Here.
Beautiful flower.
So I know a lot of people feel strongly that they want genocide in the proposal, and a lot of people feel strongly that they don't. And like Daniel said, we came up with some alternatives. Mass murder, massacre, and apartheid were three alternatives I wrote down that were suggested to use instead of genocide. And while I also have the mic, can I just give a little brief summary of how we came about this proposal?
Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know that this proposal was drafted by a lot of people, and we spent a large amount of very concentrated time wordsmithing it, going over every single word, sentence by sentence. And I would just like to suggest, after we've heard the staff and the concerns, perhaps maybe if we want to tweak it, if we could please take it sentence by sentence would be my suggestion.
Okay, great. So, concern?
Direct response? I'm getting more confused by the minute.
That's okay. I'm helping you out.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Wait, so we had someone with concerns over here. Okay, so come on up.
Is that a concern related to Daniels?
No, it's a concern to the proposal itself.
Okay, well I have a direct response to Nancy's.
Okay, so come on up. Sorry, concern.
Yeah, because we're
We'll
talking
get to you.
wordsmithing, correct? Yeah.
Because we're still, we're still in the concern area.
Right, now, here we go. His concern is quite legitimate, so that's why I wanted to honor it. And the use of the word, of the 3 words that you came up with are really good, and I would highly suggest apartheid, only because of the ability to use that word in a very mainstream context that's very contemporary and modern and recent. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Okay, any other direct responses? Can we move on to the next concern? Okay, you had a, do you have a concern, direct response?
I guess the direct response to the word genocide.
Cat, yay, cat!
Well, actually, this is my friend Brooke, and we disagree actually because I think it's a question of justice. And so I think trying to dilute that word genocide is a way to kind of, I hate to say it, but that's going to trivialize the situation, which these people are being annihilated, and they can't even escape. They're trapped inside these walls. They've tried to escape. The international community has totally turned their back on them, and they're being picked off. I mean, they're just being bombed into oblivion, and to me, that's genocide. There's fewer Palestinians existing today than there were like 2 weeks ago. And if the Israelis continue on this tactic, there's not going to be any left at all unless people start standing up. And I think that's why we have to say what it really is, which is the annihilation of a people. It's a genocide. It really is. And the only way we're going to have peace, I'm sorry I disagree with you, Brooke, but the only way for peace, that we can talk about peace, is if we get justice. And that's what's missing in Palestine. There's no justice. And so this is going to continue on until there is some kind of nationally recognized justice, some kind of court or something that resolves the issue.
Sorry, direct response.
Okay, so I just want to point out how beautiful this is, and this is what I miss about Occupy, is having a group discussion. So I have, so...
She specified me, so
okay,
I'd like
okay,
to have
yes,
a direct
I know, and I see you, direct response also?
Clarifying question about what you said.
Okay, can we get the clarifying question and then direct response?
Okay.
Okay.
It's a long
Would you be, I'm sorry.
I gotta put my shoes on wherever they're at.
He doesn't want to be filmed.
I just want to know, and I trust your sincerity 100%, and I'm not really questioning your point, but I would like to know, you do say that if they keep going, we will have a genocide on our hands, quite possibly, but I would like to know if you have any evidence of either an Israeli official saying they want to, the end goal is annihilation, or if you have other evidence that makes it more, that further empowers us to use the term genocide, other than there seems to be a possibility, and that's my clarifying question.
Okay, so first, can I respond? Yeah, let's respond and then... You gotta stack.
Okay. Okay. I love you too, Kat, and I don't want to argue with one of my best friends in the whole world through Occupy and everything. But just to clarify, I specifically said, especially since these people have their freedom of speech, who work due diligently and very hard on it, and are open generously through, the integrity of, especially since these people have their freedom of speech, who work due diligently and very hard on it, and are open generously through, the integrity of, especially since these people have their freedom of speech, who work due diligently and very hard on it, and are open generously through, the integrity of, especially since these people have their freedom of speech, who work due diligently and very hard on it, and are open generously through, the integrity of, especially since these people have their freedom of speech, who work due diligently and very hard on it, and are open generously through, the integrity of